Outfit of the day. Do you guys recognize this mirror? Oh my god, look at my thing hanging out, the little string. Anyway, I'm wearing this cute little leopard dress, super hot in Colombia, because yes, I am in Colombia. So let's talk about it, shall we? Ow, my knee. Oh, this is what happens when I don't work out. I'm just gonna leave it right here, okay? I'm wearing a dress, but you can't see anything. So you guys, in less than 24 hours, I am getting a nose job. It sounds so weird to say it out loud, and I really was not looking forward to making this video because I've been going through it. Yeah, I've been going through it. So long story short, let me tell you guys where this all began. For the last couple of months, I've been traveling to Colombia to meet with different surgeons, have my consultations, and decide if this is something that I really wanted to go through with, because I've been contemplating this since I was very young. Well, not very, very young, but definitely for a good 10 years. I've always said I wanted to get my nose done. And the times here where it's possible, and I started kind of making the moves. I know a lot of friends that have gotten their surgery here in Colombia with great surgeons, and they kind of hooked it up with recommendations, and so I started meeting up with them, and I finally chose a doctor who I felt extremely comfortable with, and I made all of the arrangements, and I am here in Colombia. I've been here for 2 days, and I'm getting my surgery tomorrow, June 6th. I've been extremely confident with the decision as far as, you know, just wanting to get it done until yesterday night. I had a complete panic mode, but I'll tell you guys that in a bit. In this video, I'm gonna share the journey of getting the nose job and the recovery. We'll chat here and there about why I wanted to get it done as the days progress. But if you guys want a video on the specifics on how I was able to arrange consultations with these surgeons, given that I live in the US, I can make a separate video on that. Show you guys like how to do it, the price of everything, the price of travel that I paid every time that I came to visit a surgeon, and the consultation prices, like all of that. I can make a separate video, but this one I want to focus on the actual surgery and the recovery and kind of going through the motions of it all, because let's get into the next part. Yesterday I had a full panic attack, okay? I don't know what it is that triggered it. I think it's the nighttime. It kind of brings a little bit of terror to me, especially because I came on this trip and I'm staying with my mother-in-law, but my husband wasn't able to come with me, and my parents, neither of them obviously were able to come with me. So I feel like I'm doing this kind of on my lonesome for a good reason, but it kind of hit me because it was nighttime. I had one of those moments like, what are you doing? This is insane. And I had to write down some affirmations for myself just to make sure that this is exactly what I want. And I think the most frightening part to me as of right now is if I'm gonna like the results, because we are used to seeing our face the way that we see it, although we all complain about imperfections, some more than others. Sorry, the window's open. I've always complained about certain things on my nose. For example, I know you can see it on camera. I have this bump here, which I just don't like it. I broke my nose when I was 12 years old, and I got a fracture surgery for it, but it was just to repair the fracture. It wasn't cosmetic. So I have it here and I have it here as well, but this one's a lot smaller, and I just don't like how evident that is on my face. And along with that, the surgeon said that he would fix like some asymmetry that's in my nostrils, and then give me a little bit of projection kind of on the tip of my nose, just things like that. And I'm just a little scared. I'm a little scared that it's gonna be a jump scare whenever I see a new nose on my face. Plus the recovery process is gonna take about a year. I know that. I did all of my research. I didn't just jump into this. So if you're looking to get a nose job, please ask as many questions as you can, as you want. Look at all the videos that you can. Allow yourself to feel scared and nervous, because this is a big decision that I'm making, that anyone who's gonna get a surgery will be making if they decide to go through with it. So it's only normal to feel those emotions and figure out if it's worth it to look past them or to move and work past them and get the surgery, or if they're good enough fears for you to just not get it done. What else do I want to share? Well, yeah, the surgeon said that part of this, he won't be able to take it off completely. Like if this was completely gone, obviously I would be the happiest girl ever, but there's a portion of, you know, this bone or cartilage, I don't remember, that is part of this portion of my face and not the nose, and he can't touch that. Otherwise it interferes with the functionality of my breathing and other parts of my face. So It's not going to be 100% perfect. This is just him being honest, and I've heard similar things from all the surgeons. I still decided to pick him. I felt just really comfortable. Another thing that kind of scares me, and I don't know if I'm going off on too many tangents because as you can see, my mind's all over the place. I'm a little bit afraid of the whole like thing. Let me show you guys. I'm gonna insert photos actually. I'm gonna insert photos here so you guys can see, and maybe I'll do a little bit of a voiceover. So the side of my nose, like my profile was never the issue. I'm gonna insert a photo here. You know, I have a bit of a droopy nose. It kind of slants down a little bit, but I never really cared about that. That never really bothered me. Also, when I smile, my nostrils widen. Like that was something that I don't absolutely love, but it's not a good enough reason for me to want to change my nose. It's only this. But the doctor says that as he works on these portions of my nose, he's gonna have to bring the tip of my nose, just like slim it down a little bit. Otherwise it's gonna look a lot wider than it is because he's gonna fix here, right? So he's gonna have to like give a little bit more definition on the tip of my nose, which is scary to me because, well, it was scary as he was explaining it to me because it was never an issue for me, this part of it. I never thought it was like too bulby. I never thought my nostrils were not even. I didn't care about how my profile looked. But if he says that in order to fix kind of what bothers me, he has to fix other parts so that it looks more cohesive to my face, then I trust him. That's why I chose him. Also, I chose a very conservative doctor. He works on a nose that's gonna work for your face. I will tell you, I didn't bring in photos of famous, beautiful noses that have a swoop, that have like a button nose. I didn't do any of that because I didn't want to choose a nose that wouldn't fit my face. So I made sure that him and I spoke, and we're gonna work on changes that are gonna be extremely conservative. My face. Obviously, everyone is born with a nose that suits them. Some people might not like their nose if they have a bump, if it's too long. I broke my nose. That is why I struggle with the way that it looks a little bit more, and I'm just trying to fix that. I want to make it better, and yeah. Another part that scares me a little bit about the surgery, and you guys are gonna come along with me, is the fact that I know that surgeons nowadays, they don't put plugs in your nose anymore. You're kind of like just free and it drips a lot, but you just have to have like gauze with you or tissues to clean yourself up. But completely obstructing your nostrils from breathing is not something that's done anymore, or at least my surgeon doesn't do it, and I've seen other surgeons that don't, even in America. But the first day you come out of surgery, this is what they told me. The first day you come out of surgery being able to breathe, but it's the second and third day that your nose begins to feel the trauma of the surgery, and as it's trying to heal, it scars inside. It's cicatriza. I don't know how you say that. It becomes like a scab. It starts to scab, and there's just bleeding and stuff, and it's gonna be extremely stuffy. And not being able to breathe from my nose and having to breathe from my mouth is what scares me. Just thinking about it makes me want to take a deep breath to enjoy the breathing that I have right now for the next couple of hours. Just because that's kind of scary to, imagine. I'm gonna feel a lot of pressure here is what I know. And then breathing from my mouth, it's a struggle. It's a struggle to not have both functions, but it's just part of the healing process. And yeah, it is 7 p.m. Wednesday night. I get my surgery tomorrow, Thursday at 2 p.m. And let's see how I'm feeling in the morning. Because I don't know if I mentioned this. Like I said, I go on too many tangents. I couldn't sleep last night. I was panicking. My husband prayed for me over the phone, of course. I fell asleep for 2 hours, and in the middle of my sleep, I was like, just full on tears. I felt like I wanted to throw up. I did throw up in the morning after I fell back asleep, and just had a miserable night because I felt alone and scared, and every single possible thought that could come to your mind about what can go wrong just happened to me last night. Like I said, I think it's something that happens in the nighttime, the darkness of it all, because once the daytime came, I did wake up and I threw up because I made myself sick last night. But I feel better right now, and it's dark again, so I feel fine so far, but let's see how I feel in the morning. That was a mouthful. Estoy! It's the morning of the surgery, and I'm not as anxious as I thought I was gonna be. I'm literally not tripping. I'm nervous, normal, like for the recovery, but I'm not like, oh my God. I gave myself a little pep talk yesterday along with my husband, and I was like, if I wake up and I'm extremely nervous and I decide not to do it the day of, I have that right. And I just won't do it. There's nothing that's holding me down to this decision. And just telling myself that helped me calm down. On like the previous night, like 2 nights before, I was able to fall asleep and not wake up in panic. I did wake up one time, but it was more like, okay, it's fine, everything's fine. And today I woke up completely normal. It is 8 a.m. My surgery is at 2 p.m. I have to be at the hospital at 12:30, and I'm eating the only meal that I can have today, which is an arepa and a tea, chamomile tea. I'm gonna just make sure my bag is ready, shower with baby soap, like my entire body, lather myself up with, not my hair though, my hair's already clean, and then just wait for the time. Let me tell you something. I'm out of surgery. Look, I couldn't record at the actual hospital because my mother-in-law doesn't know how to use a camera, okay? So don't harass me. I'm not looking at the viewfinder is what I'm trying to say, because I don't want to freak myself out since I know that I'm gonna look crazy. But if it's a jump scare and you guys start commenting some bull crap, I'm gonna get pissed off. Jump scare because I'm already bruising. Don't freaking talk crap. You're literally gonna piss me off. Ready? Ta-da! Ay, ay, ay. Hold up. I'm gonna get ice on me. I'm just gonna let you guys watch the entire process. My mother-in-law is helping me.
Look at my aguante.
Okay. Let me tell you guys how it went. So I was in the waiting room, just in my little naked self with my little robe, and I felt no anxiety. First of all, I woke up with no anxiety. I think I filmed that. I had no anxiety. I was sitting in my little robe with other patients that were getting... First of all, I feel like my lip is really lifted, so I look like a rabbit. Gracias. I'm just really swollen, so I can't even close my lip fully. Do you see how, like, you can see my teeth? This is me closing my lip with force. And I was... Whatever. Hold on. Let me get there. I was singing my jolly little songs to the Lord, of course. And I wasn't nervous at all. And then the doctor came to say hi to me, and he's like, we'll see you in 15 minutes. I was like, yay! And then the anesthesiologist took me, and I was like, are you going to put me to sleep before I see the doctor again? He's like, yeah, you already talked to him. He was really nice. I'm just being, like, mean about it. I'm explaining it meanly. And I was like, can you give him a message for me? He's like, sure. And I'm like, tell him to not make my nose too skinny. And he's like, no, mija, yo pensé que usted ya habló con él. Like, he was laughing at me. I was like, I did, but a little reminder doesn't hurt. And he was just laughing at me. And then, next thing you know, I was knocked the freak out. It was a 4-hour surgery. But, everything's pissing me off right now. I just want everybody to know. I want, like, everyone and everything is pissing me off, and it's not their fault. I can't breathe out of my nose, by the way. I'm going to apply some saline later to, like, drain it out. Flush it out, I mean. So it doesn't get too obstructed. Because I told Jesus, I'm like, I know everyone's nose gets, like, really obstructed with, like, mucus and, like, scabbing. But, like, not me. I am God's favorite. I cannot. When I woke up from the anesthesia, I woke up freezing. Like, you're supposed to, you know, in, like, the surgical chair, you're literally sitting how I'm sitting right now. I woke up in fetal position. I'm pretty sure they didn't bring me in that room in fetal position because the lady would have told me something. I remember I was shaking. That's why I was in fetal position. Like, as my body was already waking up. And once, like, I heard them say, Julissa, Julissa. And I was, like, in fetal position. And then the nurse came and she's like, girl, you need to sit up. And I, like, tried my best to sit up. And I was like this. I'm a playback. It hurts. They told me it wasn't gonna hurt. Because, guys, everyone who's gotten their nose done that I know told me it doesn't hurt. That it's just uncomfortable. I wasn't paid. Who the hell said that? That's a freaking lie. And I'm just being honest with you guys because someone's gonna lie to you too, and I'm not me. If you're watching this video, this is gonna be raw. I was like, I'm cold. I'm so cold. Obviously, I was in fetal position, and it hurts. And she's like, okay. So she brought me this literal, like, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm gonna insert a photo here, and this is what they put on me. And they, like, put it inside my sheets, and it warms you up. craziest thing. And they actually used that on me when I was going into the surgical room. When I went into the surgery room and I was talking to the anesthesiologist, as I was sharing with you guys a little bit ago, I was with like the nurses, and they put that thing that I just showed you guys a picture of on me, or like in my blankets and stuff, and the lady was like, no, you're an ice cube. And I'm like, cause I'm cold. But obviously I was in my 5 senses. And she's like, no, don't worry, this is gonna warm me up real quick. And it did. But literally during the surgery, they obviously took it off because they're not gonna have that heat on me the entire time. So I woke up after 4 hours of freezing my booty hole off. That was really vulgar. I feel super freaking vulgar. That's something that you guys need to know. Again, fast forward to waking up for my surgery. She put that like heating thing on me, and I started to warm up, and she put some medicine, or like just like a medicine, a painkiller or whatever. They put that pain thing in my IV, and the pain slowly started to go away. But I was still in freaking pain. And then I saw my mother-in-law and the doctor. I remember them coming into the room, but I was still in pain and like half asleep. And they were chatting with each other. And I wanted to tell the doctor and my mother-in-law, which I never want to do ever, to shut the heck up. Because, perfecto, gracias. I wanted to tell them to shut the heck up because I was like under anesthesia in pain. And I guess that's just my reaction. And then when I finally came more into my senses, I heard the I heard the surgeon say it came out beautiful. And I started crying. And I was like, I don't look like a pig. Which, by the way, guys, I did look at myself. I don't want to look at my viewfinder because I know I look like a pig. So if you guys are, again, if you're talking crap, I'm blocking you. And then the funny thing is that the doctor was there for what felt like 2 seconds. And he told my mother-in-law, when are you going to get your nose done? You need it. And I was like in pain, and I was like laughing because like, who the hell? Why would he tell her that? But he's just like being goofy. And he's like, yeah, you'd look a lot younger if you got your nose done because it's all droopy. Can you believe he told her that? I did peep the doctor before he left show my mother-in-law the before and after photos next to each other. But I was like this. In the moment, you don't care. You just want to get out of pain. I don't freaking care if you chop my nose off. Get this pain away. Because everyone who told me it didn't hurt freaking lied. And so I didn't care to look. But once I was like more awake, I did cry to my mother-in-law. And then she's like, no, mija, you look good. And I felt the tears coming down my face as she was calling my mom. And of course, it made me cry even more. And my mother-in-law told my mom she's crying. And my mom was like, yep, that's her reaction to anesthesia. She always cries. Like, that's normal. And then she called my husband. And my husband was like, ¿Cómo estás? And I'm like, I look like a pig. Like everyone. I'm telling everyone I look like a pig. And then the next thing that I noticed when I was like more in my senses was that I can't close my lip. Did I mention that already? Look. This is me relaxing. Usually when I relax, my lips are closed. And so then that made me cry. And I started telling my mother-in-law. And so she started asking around like she's complaining about this. And they're like, that's normal. She's literally swollen. She just got out of surgery. Like her lip is going to close. I clearly didn't believe anyone in the moment. And I still don't. But like I said, since I'm not in pain, I don't give a crap. Oh, and then still in the recovery room, I warmed up finally. And you know what happens when you get warm? You gotta freaking pee. The medicine wasn't fully in my system, like a little jar, if you will. And it's liquid, and it's like running down into my veins, like it's emptying the bottle, and the bottle wasn't empty yet, so I couldn't get up. And so they brought me like a little peeing thing, like a little peeing cup. I'll insert a photo here. And they're like, lift your legs up, lift your butt up, and they put it under me. And guys, I don't know if this is like a big booty person, and I don't have a big booty. I just have big booty cheeks. Does that make sense? If you know, you know. And if you have big booty cheeks, you know that even when you sit on the toilet, if you don't spread them well, it runs down your leg. That might be TMI, but I already knew that was going to happen because there's no way that I had like the energy to fix that like booty thing on me. And how is the nurse going to know to spread my cheeks? So I had to freaking get up and just pee myself. And I peed in that thing and I got it everywhere. Mostly in the pee thing, but like all over my legs too. And I told my mother-in-law, she was like to the left of me. I was like, ay no, qué pena, doña Lucy, discúlpeme que voy a orinar enfrente de usted, which translates to, I'm so sorry, Lucy, I'm about to pee in front of you. And she was like, oh my God, relax, tranquila, no pasa nada. But I felt like so embarrassed. And then she's like, do you want a tissue? And I'm like, yes, please, because I peed all over myself. She's like, yeah, that happens to me too. One time I got surgery and they put that thing on me. And she's got a booty too. And she's like, and I peed all over myself. I'm like, I peed all over my leg. Oh, another thing that's important to know, like I woke up being able to breathe out of my nose. And the doctor did tell me that. that I was gonna be able to breathe, and I breathed beautifully, you guys. Oh my god. But now that I'm like moving positions from like laying down to like sitting up, like my nose is dripping. So I want to put the camera down for a bit. Did I tell you they gave me mango juice? They did, and I think that brought me back to life, literally. And I peed before the mango juice, which is funny because why'd I have to pee so bad before I had even any liquids? I'm bruised as hell right away. Some people don't even bruise. I was hoping I didn't bruise, but I knew I would because I got my nose surgery when I was 14 for like the restoration of my fracture, and I looked like an avatar, so I already knew I was gonna bruise. I'm gonna call my husband. Oh. It's the next day. I might look crazy to you, but I feel fantastic. I'm not saying that I feel fantastic because I already looked at myself a million times in the mirror and I loved what I see. I know myself. I'm very self-critical. I've actually not been looking at the mirror too much, but in terms of feeling pain or not being able to breathe out of my nose, like nothing. I don't feel any sort of discomfort today. Now, the doctor did warn me that my worst day was going to be tomorrow, which is Saturday. I got surgery June 6th, Thursday. And then he said Friday I would feel more obstruction. Today's Friday. I mean, it feels like there's something on like heavy on my face, but I don't feel like I can't breathe. And by Saturday, which is tomorrow, he said I would feel like no breathing from my nose because it would be so congested. I've been eating really well. I've been drinking calendula tea. I've slept fine. I have to sleep sitting down. But yeah, just a quick update of day 2, and maybe I'll give you more details tomorrow, day 3, because I don't want to talk your ear off. I did not feel like vlogging today just because they told me I was going to be extra stuffy, and I was extra stuffy but not completely stuffed from my nose. And today was supposed to be like my worst day. It was my worst day, but they told me I was going to be completely obstructed, and I'm not. But I am obstructed, so I am draining out my nose, and my energy levels are good. I still don't really want to look straight into the mirror. I mean, I'm looking at the camera, but I don't stare too much because it's day 3 and I'm still scared about my nose. After the 3rd day, which is today, it's full recovery from here. Day of surgery, you're here, it gets worse, and on day 3, it's the worst, and then it starts going better. Or is it the other way around? First day, you're here in health, yeah, and then it starts going bad on day 3, you're at your worst, and then from here it's an upward slope to success. Yay! I almost didn't film today. It's actually the end of the 3rd day. Is it 3rd or 2nd? I don't even know. I did have more of a hard time breathing from my nose today, but in no way, shape, or form was I completely obstructed. There was still a little bit of like a that I could do. I even went out, like my energy level's been great. I went out for like an hour. We had lunch. I wore a hat, sunscreen, some concealer, and color correcting. I did my last saline cleanse because I have to do it every 2 hours. I just did it like 5 minutes ago. And you guys, like it's still a little mucusy, you can hear it, but it is so clear. I think I am recovering amazingly, and I'm very thankful for that. Still not really looking at the mirror though. And if you're like, well, how'd you look at the mirror when you did your makeup? Well, I did. I'm just not staring at my nose. I'm staring at everything else. Previous day, yesterday, I was swollen like in this region. And today I woke up swollen here. They say, and it's been proven true, that your swelling starts going like moving down. So yeah, I was like swollen here the last couple of days, and today I'm swollen in my cheeks, like right here, and I'm pretty sure tomorrow I'll be swollen like right here, and it just like is working its way down and away from my face. And my bruising it's fine. I mean, I'm treating it with this arnica cream. It's arnica and calendula. We're doing great, and I can breathe, so it's not as horrible as everyone said it was going to be, at least for me. Mucusy, but I can breathe. Okay, you guys, we have made it towards the end of my video, and this is 2025 Julissa speaking now, but let's talk about it. So I wanted to show you guys these before photos that I took myself on my cell phone of my nose, and I don't have access to the professional ones that the doctor took, but I used their blue screen. You can see how droopy my nose really is in like this first set of photos. And if we move on to the second set of photos, we can see the real asymmetry and how uneven my nostrils are in this first photo. And in this second photo, you can see how bulbous the point of my nose is. Like I had said previously, I never really cared. You'll see in a little bit, my nose is now not bulbous, and I care now. I see why the doctor wanted to fix it. But if you look at the second photo, the little bumps that I'm telling you guys about, yeah, spoiler alert, they did not fully remove those. I don't even think that they did anything to remove them at all, to be quite honest with you guys. But we'll talk about that in a bit. Another photo here. Look at this first photo. Look at how wide my nose is, because they ended up doing a lot of refining on my bridge. And it's just crazy, okay? Now, I want to show you guys this photo. This is the photo that the doctor actually took of me, the first one. And the second photo, sorry if I sound nasally, I'm actually sick right now. The second photo is not my after. This is what he photoshopped to show me what my nose was gonna end up looking like. And when I tell you that my nose is identical to that second photo, like that Photoshop photo that he created with his computer, oh my gosh, he made my nose identical. And I remember seeing these results through his like Photoshop and loving them. So just knowing that my side profile actually looks like this is insane. Now these next couple photos are gonna be the actual surgery room and the photos that the doctor took. So here is what my nose looked like before. It's actually not hideous, okay? But this is what my nose looks like directly after. Oh my gosh, look, just look at the definition on my point, okay? Isn't that insane? And then right here, you can see them right next to each other. And this is where you can really see the difference. He removed he gave me a little bit of a lift. So goodbye, droopy nose, because that's no longer there. These next set of photos, again, the first photo, I don't really see anything wrong with it fully, but you can see how much definition there is on my nose now. And like I said, these are not things that I went in to fix. I only went in to fix the freaking bumps on the side of my nose, which they just did not get fixed, okay? And I might sound crazy, but one day when I have a whole bunch of more money, I would not put it past me to just get a revision. Maybe not from the same doctor, maybe even a US doctor, and get a second opinion on these bumps, because they did not go away. But I will say I am so satisfied with the other things about my nose that I didn't initially go in trying to fix. I know it sounds crazy, but it's just the truth. Here you can see the definition that he gave the bridge of my nose, which I will say I love, and the symmetry in my nostrils. So I have like a million things to say. So if you guys want an updated video of me actually speaking in front of the camera and showing you guys live as I speak what my nose is looking like, let me know. But for right now, I do want to post some of my post-op recovery update photos. So these are the few months after I got my surgery, which was, again, back in June of 2024. All of these photos that I'm adding are from July, August, September, October, November, December of 2024, of like what my nose is looking like and how I've fallen in love with it. But yeah, like there's a million things I have to say that I want to say that I could tell you guys about. But if you're interested in seeing an updated 6-month post-op video, actually at this point it would be 7-month post-op, whatever, 7+ month post-op, let me know, because I would be happy to post it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. And sorry I've been MIA for such a long time. Okay, bye for real now.